'Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money, all in one place, for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. We're back to boldly going, but this time it's where no one has gone before. Hey gang, I'm your host, Brian Rollins, and this is the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. Every week we offer you 30 questions on a variety of geeky topics. It's been 20 episodes since we last went into the final frontier, and it felt like episode 30 was a great time to come back to the franchise. If you're new to the show, welcome aboard. You can find rules and score sheets on our website, dorkygeekynerdy.com. That's enough of a briefing. It's time to visit Star Trek: The Next Generation. Engage. The Dorky Round. Number 1. Next Gen debuted in what year? (1989). Number 2. Which letter designation was used for the Next Generation Enterprise? D. This was the 5th Federation Starship Enterprise. Number 3. Which technology famously broke down when story ideas were needed? The holodeck. Number 4. What hair accessory became a famously uncomfortable piece of wardrobe? A banana clip. Intended for hair, it became Geordi LaForge's visor. Number 5. When Jean-Luc Picard enrolled in Starfleet, what industry did most of the Picard family work in? They had a family winery. Number 6. Which crew member was transformed into Locutus of Borg? Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Number 7. Which series creator is also known as the Great Bird of the Galaxy? Gene Roddenberry. Number 8. Which character's death resulted in Worf's promotion to head of security? Tasha Yar. Number 9. What actor played 3 different characters in one episode? Brent Spiner. He played Data, Lore, and Dr. Soong in the episode Brothers. Number 10. The new Enterprise had what emergency combat feature not available in previous ships? Saucer separation. The Geeky round. Number 1. Which core cast member was named after a deceased fan? Geordi LaForge, named for George LaForge, a quadriplegic fan. Number 2. Which of the bridge crew have evil doppelgangers? There are 3 of them: Picard via his clone Shinzon, Data via Lore, and Riker via transporter duplicate Thomas Riker. Number 3. Which cast member would have been fired had Gates McFadden not chosen to quit? Marina Sirtis. Executives whose names did not appear in the credits thought the ship's counselor was pointless, but reconsidered her performance when they realized that would mean losing all established female characters. Number 4. Which episode served as the directorial debut of Jonathan Frakes? The Offspring. Number 5. Which crew member was once possessed by the spirit of her grandmother's lover? Dr. Beverly Crusher. Number 6. Which performers reprised roles played on the original series for Next Generation? There are 4 of them: DeForest Kelley, Dr. McCoy, Leonard Nimoy, playing Spock, James Doohan, Scotty, and Mark Leonard, Sarek. Number 7. Which real-life physicist once had a cameo as himself? Stephen Hawking. Number 8. Who composed the theme music for the series? Jerry Goldsmith, although the piece was originally created for the closing credits of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Number 9. Tasha Yar came back from the dead in what episode? Yesterday's Enterprise. Number 10. Captain Picard's personal shuttle was named what? The Cousteau. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. Known as the First Lady of Star Trek, who played Lwaxana Troi? Majel Barrett. Number 2. Which technology, most closely associated with Next Generation, actually made its first appearance in The Practical Joker from the animated series? The holodeck. Number 3. Who made his directorial debut with the episode Rascals? Adam Nimoy, son of Leonard Nimoy. Number 4. Which Next Generation regular cast members also appear on Star Trek Enterprise? Jonathan Frakes, Marina Sirtis, and Brent Spiner. The first two appeared in the series finale as Riker and Troy, and Spiner appears as an ancestor of Dr. Soong, who is involved in genetic engineering. Number 5. Which regular cast member of Babylon 5 had a recurring role in Star Trek The Next Generation? Andreas Katsoulis, who played G'Kar on Babylon 5, also played Romulan Commander Tomalak on Star Trek The Next Generation. Number 6. What modulation frequency do the deflector shields operate on? (257.4 MHz). Number 7. Which crew member figured out a way to transport through deflector shields? Miles O'Brien. Number 8. Which character was named after the series creator? Wesley Crusher, named after Eugene Wesley Roddenberry. Number 9. When he realized this set wasn't going to be built for the pilot, Gene Roddenberry added a scene in what part of the Enterprise? The engine room. He feared the set would never be built if it wasn't built in the pilot. Number 10. Who is Alexander's mother? Kalar. Well, did you make it so this week? We'll be back to Star Trek in the future, so be sure to subscribe to all our episodes. You can find links on dorkygeekynerdy.com. If you're already a subscriber, please take a moment to rate us on your podcast directory of choice. It helps to get more folks interested in the show. You can also support the podcast by checking out the Book of the Week. This week we're featuring The Illustrated Guide to the Enterprise. It's a hardcover book covering the history and operations of the ship that Captain Picard and crew call home. You can find this book and others at dorkygeekynerdy.com/book. We'll be back next week with more fun questions. Speaking of which, here's your clue. Released in July 1998, what fantasy book's cover featured a blue Ford Anglia? Once again, I'm your host, Brian Rollins. Thanks for listening.